So it looks like we have a pretty exciting chapter this week with 2 big reveals, so let's get into it. The title of the chapter is Long Distance Artillery Battle of High Speed Mobility. The chapter opens with All Might's car riding through some explosions seemingly unscratched. The car is named Hercules, and All Might says that if it was a regular car, he would be dead by now. So, All Might's alive. This was the somehow that he was gonna make it out of it, and it's just that the car protected him. Obviously, I'm not mad at this. Like I said, All Might's my favorite character. I don't want to see him go, even though he inevitably will. Some thugs appear from nowhere and try to attack it with explosive spears. All Might immediately understands that there's a mastermind behind it, and that they're trying to separate him from Deku. He takes his cell phone and a suitcase with him and jumps out of the car. The thugs are ready to go get him, but All Might starts talking about how Deku is carrying a burden even bigger than his own. He says that the moment something happens to that kid is also the moment when he dies. To which the villain shivers to their bones and run away. So this is great. All Might getting another moment. Now granted, of course, he can only have so many moments because he's nerfed completely, or seemingly. He still has that aura to him. Like, he still is All Might. Deku is jumping through the buildings, thinking that he'll reach Lady Nagant in no time. Danger Sense warns him of a bullet coming from behind. He kicks it, but another one comes immediately after and hits his stomach. So it seems that Izuku's danger sense is adept enough for him to counteract bullets and even kick them away, which is pretty impressive. And kind of expected, but also at the same time, Lady Nagant has more powerful bullets than traditional ones. But also there's some trickery here because he's getting hit in the stomach right afterwards. Not sure how much this is going to hurt him. It doesn't really seem like this is affecting him too much. Deku is confused and even considers the possibility of her being accompanied by other villains. But after seeing her in the distance, he realizes she has been given another quirk by All For One. If you need a refresher, at the end of the previous chapter, it was revealed that when All For One met up with Lady Nagant once they broke out of Tartarus a couple chapters back, off panel, he had given her the Airwalk quirk, which basically allows her to like levitate. We then see Lady Nagant's air mobility. She's aiming the gun at the opposite side and using the shots to propel herself while also shooting Deku. But first, this video is sponsored by Extra Wallet. Guys, you know I would never cap to you, so I'll just put it bluntly and say that Extra Wallet simply just hits different. I don't even have my old wallet to compare them because I literally threw it out after I got this, but if I did have it, it would look something like this compared to how cool and sleek this is. Now, my favorite thing about Extra Wallet, aside from the convenience and aesthetic of it, is that if you hit this button down here, it sends all your cards to the top. And I think I might use this thing every single day, and it literally never gets old doing that. I actually used to use this one called the Senate, but they recently sent me the aluminum model, and both are pretty fantastic. It ultimately comes down to what your style is. It also comes with this solar powered tracker in case you lose your wallet. This will help you find it. But most importantly, they're running a Father's Day sale right now, which gives you up to 25% off site-wide. So guys, if you are truly a Chad and you want to support your boy as well as getting just straight up an upgrade to your life, pick up Extra Wallet. The link will be in the description of this video. Thanks again, guys. And also, I guess this is confirming that Airwalk does in fact like work like an elevator, I guess, where you can just like levitate off the ground. I don't know exactly what the height cap is, but I think that's where it starts and ends. Like, you can't like fly like Superman with it, which is why she's using the gun to like propel and move herself. As her distance got closer to Deku, instead of predicting trajectory and then fire, she could fire directly because she used intuition instead of prediction. Deku came closer only because he could avoid the previous shots, but he realized she could fire faster in close distance. And if she started shooting rapid fire, the 4th quirk, Danger Sense, wouldn't warn him in time. So Deku activated the 6th quirk to buy time and prepare himself. So it's about time Izuku is using Smokescreen here. You think he would have used it sooner, but you know, better late than never. Lady Nagant was rather surprised to see Deku using multiple quirks, and the 6th user warned him that using this much smoke is risky. Once he appeared from the smoke and ran, Lady Nagant would have shot him. But then End realized Deku wasn't trying to run, and he said he won't recommend whatever Deku is planning to do. Deku took a stance to use the third's quirk, as the third appeared and said they haven't trained with the quirk yet, but Deku insisted on using it anyway because this way he could ask Nagant where did All For One and Shigaraki hide. Okay, so this is massive. We're getting right into the third's quirk here. Confirmation, first of all, that they haven't trained it, but Izuku is able to use it, which I think was pretty much implied for the most part once Izuku had left like the Vestige world after having that big meeting with all of them. It's not so much a matter of unlocking them anymore, I guess at this point, it's just more so training them. Deku threw his cape out of the smoke as a decoy to trick Lady Nagant, and she fell for it by firing a shot to that cape. Deku also used his mask and bag as decoys, and then Lady Nagant was still shooting Deku, who appeared from above and caught her arm. And that's where the chapter ends, but let me try to break down this sequence to make more sense of it. So Izuku is using like massive smokescreen here, and he's throwing things that he has out of it as decoy, like his mask, Gran Torino's cape, and whatnot, but he's also activating the third user's quirk here. So apparently the third user's quirk is called Hakkei, and it's a martial arts term that means release internal power or force exert. And once he does this, it appears that he's shooting directly out of the building beneath Lady Nagant, because right now she's like using Airwalk and shooting him from the sky. And like I said, he's coming like a rocket out of the building beneath her and then coming up to her immediately and grabbing her arm. So it seems that our suspicions on what the third's quirk could be was more or less true. I thought that it was going to be some kind of analog to Ida's engine quirk, or more so it was going to be like the thunderclap of My Hero, and that appears to be exactly what it is. And also another interesting thing is that we see this streak coming off of Izuku, you know, guiding all the way down to where he came from out of the building. This streak coming off of him looks extremely similar to the one that we saw coming off of him after he took out Muscular a couple chapters back. And I said in a previous video that it's possible that at that time we were seeing him use the third user's quirk then. Now it's still not confirmed, of course, that that was the case, but these seem similar, and also the way that he just pretty much thunderclap Muscular makes it seem like, which means that maybe he did in fact use it then despite not training it all too much. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the spoilers today, guys. Like I said, pretty exciting chapter. We got some interesting reveals here. I'm sure we'll be able to make better sense of the third user's quirk once we get the full chapter. But for now, let me know what you think about this in the comments. What do you think about the third user's quirk? And what do you think is going to happen with Izuku and Lady Nagant here? Let me know. And if you liked the video, guys, please give it a like. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.